In terms of cereal boxes, you know, we've been nice to you all with these. Once you get them, you'll see you can actually open them without, you don't have to unglue or rip anything to open these things. You can actually eat the cereals out of them. But in general, you know, they're obviously glued together. So for the older boxes, you kind of take what you can get because there's not that many of them. But the new boxes, if you're careful about opening them, you can just sort of slip them along and, you know, kind of preserve all the flaps, and it doesn't look that bad. The Shreddies box below the Lucky Charms there happens to be a box flat. So, you know, sometimes you can find those, but especially with the older boxes, those are really tough to come by. But they do look really nice because they've never actually been made into the package. The cheese wheel container there in the upper right, you know, is missing its proof of purchase. So, you know, it's been cut out reasonably well, but it's something that, you know, you get it and then you're looking for an upgrade because you'd like to have the one that still has the proof with it. In terms of storage of this stuff, Ultra Pro or certainly other companies make sleeves. You're probably all familiar with the trading card size sleeves, but they make sleeves in all kinds of different full 8.5 by 11 sheets and all kinds of different variations. So I keep a lot of my collection, you know, just in binders there because it's a good way to organize those and quickly go through what you have or don't have. So that's it. I'll be glad to take any questions that anybody has. Yes. Storm was, during episode 1, it was tested in several areas. So there's two cans. I think it's Qui-Gon and Jar Jar, the regular cans. There's actually a gold Storm can to track down. Those are really tough. There's the carton, like a 12-pack carton, and maybe a 24, and there's 2 different size bottles. So yeah, there's a number of Storm things to track down. Go ahead.
I've got a set of the Frigo sticks minus the Obi-Wan course.
Right.
I saw an image, it looked like a cutout R2D2, and the sticks actually, like you can display them in a little R2D2 folder. Is that a real product?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't have it, and I've actually never seen one, but yeah, there is a holder or whatever for those sticks, yeah. And like I said, there seem to be 2 different variations of those sticks. Some have the Lucasfilm copyright and some don't.
So what do you think my odds are of finding a Obi-Wan?
I don't know, I'm still looking. So don't bid against me.
You're still looking, aside from the obvious eBay source, where else do you need to look? You say I'm still looking for these things.
You know, it's tough to find them, but you know, you come to a show like this, you might find somebody who has things like that. It's tough. Again, I do a lot of trading. That was how I met Gus initially, was just, I had some cereal boxes he hadn't seen before, and we just started trading, and then I met other people through him, and so that's honestly seems to be the best way. And like he mentioned, I'm in the DC club, so there's a couple other people in the club interested in that sort of thing. So we try to help each other out, and if I'm looking to try to complete like a current promotion, it's good I can get help with some friends. But yeah, other than eBay, it's not a whole lot. Kathy Kendrick has a website for trading cards, and so that's a good source, especially on the premium side. There's forums there that you can go to and maybe find some people who might be able to trade with you or have stuff for sale. Rebel Scum has a forums for food, but it's pretty much dead. I mean, there isn't much activity there. There was some recent posts about the cereal boxes, but that's about it. So, go ahead. I have all the ones except the Storm one. So the last Storm one I saw sell, I think it was like $250 or something. It went real high. So it varies. You can get them usually for 10 to 20 bucks. I mean, you mailed them in for 20 bucks. There's also a redemption can. So if you mailed it in, they gave you a check, which of course you want to have the check on cash, and then you get the redemption can. So I guess there's 6 cans in total.
Just stick with
Can you test them? How many of those were made?
I don't know numbers on that. You know, I know they came in the lucite container, but I've also seen people who have them out of that, so I guess you could actually find them, but more often than not, you see the ones that were sort of made for display. Somebody else in the middle? You know, they're out there, but any of those sort of store displays are, you know, certainly much less of those than anything else. I think there's 3 inflatable cans, and so, you know, they're not terribly tough, but, you know, they don't show up all the time either. Go ahead.
Yeah, in Puerto Rico, we had a promotion in Spring Bay that came with a small frame. It came about for the special edition movie. And it was a small frame that was called Kelly. And you know about that?
Yeah, those were in several different countries. You know, there were some in the Netherlands, and I don't remember, I think Poland had its own. There were a number of different countries. And a lot of them, at least the Dutch ones, had an album that you could put those in once you know, as you were collecting them or whatever, it had little slits where you could actually put it in and store it in a nice looking binder. So yeah, I do have the series that you're talking about, so they're neat. In the back there.
What's the best tasting Star Wars food?
He asked what the best tasting Star Wars food collectible was. I don't know. I guess I'm partial to peanut M&Ms, so I really like the dark chocolate peanut M&Ms. But I did recently get, as part of a group of stuff, I talked about the UK yogurts, and they came in these little 6-packs, and they had a foil lid on it, and together the 6 lids made one image. And somebody sent me one, and it still had the yogurt in it. And so you just could shake this thing, and it was just these lumps. I still haven't opened it, but that's pretty gross. So. Go ahead.
What made you decide to start this collection?
That's a good question.
It seems maddening to be able to try to all over the world.
Yeah, you know, I saved most of my stuff as a kid. I was always sort of a pack rat, kind of came from that kind of family. And so, you know, my earliest memories of Star Wars were, you know, the toys and the food. So I was eating that cereal. I have tons of the C-3PO stickers. I can't imagine how many boxes my brother and I ate. I had the wallet with the General Mills cards in it. And so, you know, when I